Hi, everyone. It's Diane Evans with stampingwithdiane.com. I'm an independent Canadian Stampin' Up demonstrator here in the interior of British Columbia. Welcome to my YouTube Live or my Facebook Live. This is probably, this and my Saturday lives are my favorite. This is my technique. And I have been dying to do this technique forever and ever and ever. And there just wasn't an occasion to use this particular stamp set. So um, I have a reason to use this taco fiesta. So that's what I'm going about, and I'm going to be doing that today. So today we are doing the floating frame technique. I saw this originally done by Bruno Bertucci from Australia, and it's not a new one. It's definitely an old one, but I needed to have a Cinco de Mayo theme card for a week Friday. I believe that I've got to have it done for the Festive Friday challenge. So I thought, what perfect way to do this. Hello, Pam, and hello, Lila. So yes, this is the floating frame technique, and basically we are using the Taco Fiesta. Now, this one does not have any dies with it, but it works perfectly for my retreat, because it's my retreat is called Talk About It. And it's funny because it I had someone color about 35 of these for all my different decorations for my pillow gifts and everything else that I am doing for my retreat. So I had to turn around and do a bunch of different ones, which I've done different colors and everything else. So, but this is a really, really neat technique. And trust me, it's going to be addicting. Hello, Felicia. And hello, Facebook user. I'm not sure who you are. I know Lila's there. So anyway, so we are going to do this. Now, with this particular one, remember that this goes live tomorrow at 9:05. I'm going to go through and sort of just explain how this is done. What you want to do is you want to stamp, color, and cut out all your images. And I had a great old time, and really honestly I had to do this ahead of time because this took a good hour to sit and cut out these different images. So if I need some extra images, I'll have some there as well. And so what we're going to do is, this is a frame, and I've gone ahead and done that sort of stuff ahead of time. But let me just show you. We're using the, and by the way, this is retiring. So if you like this and you have a use for the Taco Fiesta, it will be amazing. I know as soon as it was carried over from the other catalog, that's when I purchased it. And I didn't really get much time to use it. All right. So I have, and I'm going to do, these are going to be my colors for this particular card. It's going to be a Poppy Parade. It's 5.5 by 8.5, scored at 4 1/4. So I'm just going to go in there and fold that up. Hello, Janet. And then I've got some Granny Apple Green, which happens to be 4 by 5 1/4. And then I've got this piece of, now, does that not look Mexican or very fiesta-y type? And this frame here is 3 3/4 by 3 3/4. And then I've got a piece of white that happens to be 3 1/4 by 3 1/4. And I have an old piece, or just a scrap piece of my copy paper. And basically all I'm doing is, that's the same size as this. And this is what we're going to be doing this particular card with. Now, this is the second largest stylish shape dies. So actually, I'm going to put this off to the side here so you can kind of see what I'm doing here. So I'm coming in here, and I just want to trace this off, because we're going to use this and we're going to attach these fantastic images onto this. Now, this, like I say, is copy paper, so we're not going to worry about it. Now, the other part that goes along that is so important, this copy paper is important. Hello, Lorraine. Hello, Caroline. Is this press and seal. I bought the wrong one originally, so you need to have the Glad press and seal, and this is very important that you have this, because this is really sticky on one side. So you'll see how that works in just a bit. Now, like I say, I've gone ahead and I've already done these. Now, the best thing to do is to go on and off of the, you know, I think I might, you want to go on and off of this frame. So I'm going to have my piñata go there. I have my taco there. We have this little guy. He's fun. Actually, that one I didn't do so well. So this cacti, it has a mustache. And yes, there's a die with the mustache on there. And then it's got a sombrero. So I'm actually going to go ahead and put that sombrero onto this guy as well. Now I'm kind of thinking to myself, I want to have that guy all on there. We have some nachos here. Hello, Sandra. We have some nachos. So let's go ahead and put some nachos on there. Now, remember, I want to cover this whole frame. So I'm going to come in. We're going to have maybe a bowl of guacamole. And we have a pepper on here. I'm hoping I've cut enough, or else I'm going to have to go and add some more. I'm going to put this pepper up here. And let's see, let's move that piñata up there. The burrito is going to sit in here. We got another one of these. I actually want to trim that. And they were together. The three of them were together. So that's just like that. And like I say, I'm going on and off of those frames. I have an avocado. Let's go ahead, put that there. We have some limes. I'm going to maybe use that somewhere else. Another lime. And you know, I'm kind of wishing that maybe, let's put this there. This, whoops. Oh, look. We don't want to do that. So we want to put this here. Now, I guess you could, if you're not very comfortable doing this, you could put this on with repositional tape, but I'm not going to. I'm going to put this right here. Thing of guacamole there. We'll put another lime here. Well, maybe we'll bring that down. And let's see, let's put that there. Now, do you think that's enough stuff on there, or do we need to just put, maybe we could put this right here? It's good to be all over the place. Now, I really think that maybe, whoops, if this goes, I'm actually going to take this part off. You've never seen it. Oh, okay. This is a really cool technique. Like I say, I've been holding on to this one for a while. So I'm just going to get the little sombrero up there. And this, it is a bit time consuming. I'm telling you that right now. But it's well worth it to make this. So if I do cut some of these pieces off, I want to put something there. Just going to bring this down just a bit. Okay, I want to keep this guy because I have a plan for him or her. Okay, now we hope that this all stays together, but we can play around with it in a bit. So now this is where that press and seal comes in. So you want to get it like this. You've got to be really, really careful that when you tear this part off, that you don't squeeze. I'm just coming in and ripping that off. And like I say, this is very sticky. And I've got lots. So I really don't need this much. But I'm just going to come like this. And I am going to press all on there like that. So you want that to stick on there. Okay, and then I'm just going to come and cut some of this press and seal off. Like I say, this part's the fiddly part, but honestly, it is great. Now, this, we can just turn this part in. We'll turn some of this in, or maybe I'll just cut that part off. Okay, so this, like I say, is so important that you get this stuck onto this copy paper. Now, we're going to lift this up very carefully. And when I say very carefully, it's really, you have to be so careful because we don't want those pieces moving. There we go. Now, I am going to come in here and I am going to, oops, I'm just going to cut this piece off of here. There we go. Now, what we want to do is we are going to come in here and we are going to lay this onto this piece of paper exactly the same size. And now what we're going to do is we are going to take that square frame and we are going to put it on there in the center, approximately where we had that before. Now, I'm going to come in here and I'm going to use this Post-it note tape. Just going to put it onto here because I kind of want it to stay on there. And now we're going to come in here and let's put this onto here. And we're going to do this with Post-it tape as well. Oh, it's new to you, eh, Lila? Oh, it's new to you too, Jacqueline. Oh, my goodness. Well, this is a great one. This one is part of my thing for Fiesta Friday, and it's a Cinco de Mayo. Is the theme of the Fiesta Friday challenge. Now, is that about, that's about right. Just going to do that very light. Let's take this. Like I say, we have that piece behind there. Now, I was going to do this with my mini cut and emboss, and it will not work. It won't go through. So I'm just going to go ahead and put this onto here. And I'm going to come in with my die, or my cut thing here. And we are just going to run that through just like that. Like I say, since I started doing that, my techniques, I've been dying to do this one. And then this opportunity came up to do this. All right. So now we've got to be very careful to take that off of there as well. We got all that cut stuff on there. Okay, so let's just take this part off. Because say everything is, you have to be so careful. I probably shouldn't have put that Post-it note tape on there. Hello, Leona. Oops. Just going to take that like that. Like I say, we want to be so super careful with this. All right, let's lift that up. Just going to come in with my thing there. Now this is, let me just get this part off. I say this is, it's time consuming, this particular technique, but it's a great technique. Okay, so then I want to get this piece off up here as well. This won't matter. All right, so then what we want to do is we want to cut around this frame. So I can come in with my trimmer. Probably a guillotine is the best for this because it will tear. So I'm actually thinking I can come in with my little tiny guillotine one that squeaks like crazy, but so this is just going to come in like this. Going to get rid of some of that. Whoops. See if I can get that underneath there. There we go. Now I want to line that up. And I'm just going to, whoops, it's not cut lined up there. Line it right up to the edge. Oh, you know what? I think I might just hand cut this. We're going to hand cut it so we can take some parts of this off. So let's just cut this like this. Now these pieces here we could possibly use if we need to. Just like this. I've got you all in suspense, right? So let's just cut this off here. And I can trim this after if it's not quite right. This is not one. This is, I'm going to get a 2-for card is what I think I'm going to get out of here. At least we can get 2 out of all this work. Okay, so just like that. All right, now what you want to do is you want to take this like this, and this is, I wanted that cut. And look at that, it's not quite cut through, but that's okay. We can turn around and cut that. Now I want to take this copy paper off very, very carefully. Just like this. Hope I'm not losing anybody yet. I could have cut that square out after. Let's see, we take this copy paper off. We want to leave those images down on that press and seal. Just like so. There's that one. And then we're going to do the same on this one. We're going to take the copy paper off as well. So just like this. So important that you keep all that part, those parts on there. And then this will be the magical part. All right, so I do want to have that cut. So I'm going to kind of just I should have run it through a couple of times, but that's okay. All right. There we go. And we'll just take this backing off. Okay. Now let's make this floating frame. All right. Your other key component to this are your dimensionals. So we're going to come in and we are going to put dimensionals on everything here. Remember, that's got the sombrero on there. Now what this does is it makes it float. Watching anticipation, yes. All right, so we have the big ones there. Gotta be careful that we don't get that. And we've got the little dimensionals here as well. Okay. Here. And I think I should start maybe using, well, I'll use the big ones where I can. There we go. This one will be right there. I know, like I say, this is a long and a tedious technique, but I'm going to get 2 cards out of this. I'll show you how I'll do that. But we're going to get lots of that dimensionals on there. If you don't like using dimensionals, this is not the technique for you. I have no idea. If he did invent press and seal, he's got to be a multi-billionaire. That would be something. All right, so let me see. Let's go and put one here and one here. Okay, so we have that. So this is going to go. Okay, and I think what I'll do is I will use this one first. And then I'll show you how the second one can be made. That one's going to be a little bit more fiddling with it, but well worth it. Now we have all these little pieces here, and we do definitely want to hit those pieces. So I'm going to come in here and use this part. And we'll just put a tiny little bit there. Our dimensionals are amazing. A little bit here. Like I say, I should have probably paid more attention to where I put these things on here. I'm going to put a bit there. Oh, that's interesting. Anyways, they must be millionaires. All right. So now what I'm going to do is take off all these backings. I never even saw her thing. All I saw was Bruno's. Bruno is a big lover of dimensionals. So this one is a tribute to him, that is for sure. I'll just put this one on here. Gonna put this one on here. And I am also wanting to put another little one right in there. Like I say, you can't be too stingy with your dimensionals. This one will be easier than that one to put on, so that's why we'll do this one first. Oh my goodness, here we go. Like I say, I like fiddly sort of things, obviously. There's some things that I do that I go, oh my goodness. So yeah, I have a retreat, a 3-day retreat in Kamloops. So if you live in the local area, what better way to get in on a retreat? All right, so then this is going to go onto, well, we're going to put it onto a white. So remember, all those dimensionals are going to be onto that white square. There we go. Then what we have to do now is take this peel and stick off, which I know sounds like a huge task, but it really isn't that difficult once it starts. Oh my goodness, here we go. Well, the top of that sombrero got hurt. So this part you have to go very carefully, but once you start, it goes quite easy. So we're just going to do this. Take this off. I really pressed that down, didn't I? Now, I probably should have had that sombrero with a dimensional as well. There we go. Here we go. It's starting to come. So just like this. But like I say, very important that you get all those dimensionals on those pieces there. And like this. Well, that one's going to come off. Just like that. And we're going to stick this sombrero on afterwards. So then what that is it is now floating. See how that works? So on this particular one, and you don't want that to happen the way I did that, this is going to go onto this frame like so. And then we can have something like this on the middle, and that's got your twofer on there. All right, so I'll do that one after. I just want to put this back on. So that is your floating frames. Goes right there. All right, so now we can turn around. Whoops, this has got a bit of dimensionals on there. And you can see that probably what should have happened was a piece here. So I could turn around, put a dimensional on here. So let's just do that. I'll cut that dimensional. And a lot of that sort of stuff. You know, sometimes I felt in the mood for something tedious today, obviously. Whoops. I like the little dies that have got lots of little things on there as well. And in real life, this is amazing. All right, so let's go ahead. Now, what I could do, this may not be enough of a difference there. So that could go like that. This is going to go on here like so. I am thinking that what would be really nice here would be, you know what? I can sit there and maybe I'm going to do Poppy Parade frame around here as well. So this is 2 3/8. So I am going to do this 2.5 by 2.5, or 2 5/8 by 2 5/8. Let's try 2 5/8 and give it that border. So we've got the technique done. Now we just have to put the card together. All right, so here we go. Like I say, this would go here on the frame, or we can go with this. Where did it go to now? Oh my goodness, you guys, after all that work, where did it go to? Oh, here we go. That would have been disastrous. There we go. All right, so I'm just going to go ahead and glue that on. Yeah, thank you. All right, so this is just going to go on here. This is going to be a very, very Fiesta type card. Like I say, if you live in the Kamloops area, I have a 3-day retreat in May. And yeah. Oh, thank you. Well, I appreciate the fact that you stick with me. So let's go ahead and put that there. And once I've done that other one with this part here, I will show you that card. Let's go ahead and put this one right on here. Now that peel and seal, I have another, I have a stamp set that I got at On Stage that I thought would be just perfect for it. So I'm going to do one with that, and it's not quite as tedious as this one here. There we go. Now we have part of that. Remember, I've got this. This could go on the inside, which it will probably. There we go. That's fun. All right. So I do have this. Let's go ahead and stamp this. Probably going to need some embossing. This stamp set has some great punny expressions. Spectacular, taco lure, you spice up my life, holy guacamole, it's your birthday, you're not your average friend. Long time no taco. I think that's the one I'll do. Because I know for sure it'll fit on there. Now remember that this particular block is retiring. Pretty sad. I would love that they had kept this one. So I'm going to actually do that in Versamark. And do I do it in black or do I do it in white? I think I'm going to do it in black, because then that'll kind of give a bit of oh, that would be amazing, Jacqueline. Yes. We sure do have a good time. The pillow gifts, I'm really excited about a couple of my pillow gifts this time round. So yes. The facility is amazing. We get 8-foot tables. So yeah, it's really great tables, that's for sure. There we go. And let's just heat set that. Oops. Whoops. Oh dear. You know what? I know my tweezers are here, so I'll just use my tweezers on here. Yeah, we do have a lot of fun. It's nice to have a theme. I knew this stamp set was probably retiring before I go about doing this, but it will be okay. Now, the other thing that would have looked really cool on this one, and maybe I'll do it on the other one, is this is going to go on here. But I think what would have looked really good was that beautiful balloons. That stamp set has the fringe on it. So that would be really cool on there. I do have some old fringe scissors. Let me just, do you remember these scissors? Excuse me. Wouldn't that be fun? I just want to show you this as an idea. I'll use the other dies. Didn't think of that until just now. Look at how cool that would be. Oh my goodness, would that not be cool? Oh, I'm going to see if I can do that. Huh. Bloom bundle. Yeah, it would. It would be great on here. And it's retiring, so. Let's just do that. So we'll pretend that we use the balloon one there. It just needed something else. So I'm just going to come in and I'm going to glue along the edge there. Ole. Yes. Like I say, I have about 30 or so of all these other things cut out for all the decorations and the pillow gifts and the swag bag and everything else. So it's going to be great. A lot of work, but I sure do enjoy it. And unfortunately, I can't get a second one this year because it's, look at that. Oh, fun. Okay, I'm going to come and I'm going to put some dimensionals on there. I'm actually going to put a strip of dimensionals on there because we can. Look at that. Fun, fun, fun. And then I think what I'll do is, oh, the dog. We're going to go like this. On the inside, I'm going to go and let's go ahead and put this piñata there. I'm going to put him right in the middle, actually. I wish I hadn't done that. I'm going to put it like that, and it's going to look like it's hanging from the ceiling. There we go. There we go. Now, suddenly you want a taco. Well, come to the retreat because let me tell you, the food's going to be amazing as well. And I'm just going to use this. These are those essential dots that are also retiring, the classic matte dots. It, of course, has to be black. There we go. Just like that. All right. Ole. Ole, ole, ole. So I will go ahead and I will do the second card using this particular frame. And we will have it done the opposite way. So that should be fun. This one's actually got less small pieces on it, so it'll be good. Awesome. So I hope you enjoyed that. Yes, I know, Pam. Do you think those scissors are still for sale? No, not at all. They're not for sale at all. You know what? You can get these kind of scissors. Where you can get them is in a kitchen place, and you can get the scissors, and you can use the ones to cut parsley and onions with. It does. It works great. Oh, thank you. So remember that this is going to be going at 9:05 tomorrow. Thank you. Yeah, the herb cutting scissors will work great. And you know, where you can try to buy locally, I'm a big one to buy locally um, from somebody local. I know probably in Kamloops, Jan Home Hardware, I think has them, is the last place where I saw them. Thank you. Thank you. Awesome. Okay, so this will be posted. This technique will be posted tomorrow at 9:05 on my Facebook group. Remember, you're going to have to subscribe down below there. And if you have any questions, just reach out. Remember to crate because it's great for the soul. Give me the thumbs up, share my video. I really do appreciate it. Bye for now.